Hey there, dudes. I'm going to show you how to aim like a fucking god. Now make sure you stick by and watch this video. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to get that aim on point. Okay, so it's a bit obvious that if you're watching this video, your sensitivity isn't correct, or something to do with your aim just isn't working, and you're still confused to why you're not hitting the shots and why people are absolutely slapping your ass every time you go into a map. This is just going to be a nice little few tips to help your aim, and hopefully this will help improve your gameplay when you get into a game and stuff like that, and get more kills, get more drops, get more, you know, shizzle nipples and that. So yeah, let's start with sensitivity. Okay, so make sure you're on your desktop. We're actually going to try and find out what your DPI of your mouse is set at. If you have a branded mouse such as SteelSeries, a Razer, Logitech, so on, you're more than likely going to have some software for your mouse, which will give you modification settings to change your DPI. In this case, I'm using SteelSeries, so I'll be using my SteelSeries software. And basically, in this is where I'll find my DPI settings for my mouse. If you don't have anything to do with DPI, I'd recommend to you to look up your mouse and try and figure out what your DPI is set at. Okay, so let's go ahead and change a few settings. Okay, so once you're in your DPI settings, make sure your DPI is set at your lowest possible sensitivity. It's maybe 400, 450 DPI or 500, somewhere around that area will be fine. You just want it set at a pretty low setting. Obviously, if you're set at 3000 or 2600 DPI or around that area, maybe drop it to 500 to 400 DPI straight away might not be the smartest of ideas. So maybe do 1000 or 800 DPI if you have that setting. Now the reason why you're dropping this is because, believe it or not, the slower your movement with your mouse is actually going to make you more accurate in game. Especially a game like Tarkov, you don't need to be 360 and doing some mad, you know, no scopes and MLG shit. You don't need to do that. This is all about accuracy and aim. So this should definitely help. Okay, another thing you want to check is your mouse settings. Make sure you go to settings, which is control panel, or you could just search in your Windows mouse settings. Once you're on this window, it's as simple as going to additional mouse options. And basically in here, you want to make sure you have on your pointer options to disable enhance pointer precision. This is probably the most painful thing to have for your aim on FPS games. Basically, if your mouse moves slow on the screen, it would make it move faster. If you move your mouse fast, it will make your mouse move slower. So imagine that in game. Basically, you want to hit someone who's right in front of you, right? And you want just that little bit of movement. Yeah, no, that won't let you. That will literally go, nah, you're all right. I'm going to go literally 90 degrees to the right, you know? So that is going to mess you up. So make sure this is off. This is so important. Okay? And then obviously apply and okay, and you sound. So now you're thinking, well, what should my sensitivity be in game? Now, this is going to be dead quick and easy to explain. All you want to do is be able to do a perfect 180 with one full arm swing. Now, so imagine you're doing this, okay? So you want something around a 180. If you get that 180, or around the 180, you pretty much got your sensitivity at the correct thing you want it at. Now, the reason why I'm saying 180 is because you want a full arm swing in case someone's behind you if you want to get some crit reactions, right? And also you want something which is slow to be able to pinpoint aim on different targets. Such as if you've got a moving target, you want some good tracking. So you want to make sure you're following your target. So if someone's running across, make sure you want to kind of get a steady aim on them. You want to be on them at all times, which always helps when you've got a lower sensitivity. However, if you're on too high, maybe your sensitivity might be in front of the player or behind the player because you can't actually be able to track perfectly on them. So this is another reason why lower sensitivity is also great benefit for aiming against targets and players. So now you're probably sat there asking, well, what's my in-game sensitivity? What should I be using? Well, that's probably a great question, because when you go to settings, your sensitivity might be a lot different to what your DPI is set at. For example, me running at 400, is it 500 DPI I'm running at? I think it's 500, right? So I'm running at 500 DPI, and I'm doing 0.35 mouse sensitivity as well as aiming. Now, this is pretty slow. This is a really slow sensitivity. Maybe you won't want to play at this sensitivity just yet. maybe drop down in points. So if you're playing on 500 DPI and you're playing at 1 in-game sense and that feels slow, maybe get used to that before you drop down. And keep dropping by 10. So if, say, for example, I'm at 0. Let's say I'm at 1, right? If I'm playing at 1 and I'm playing at 500 DPI on the mouse, make sure you drop it to 0.90 and then 0.80 and then 0.70. But obviously get used to it before you do this. And then eventually you hit like a certain point where you can do a nice, perfect 180, as well as be able to flick shot at perfect places there where you want to kind of aim at. So yeah, that is all you basically need to know on how to get your sensitivity correct. I tried to make it as quick as possible and as easy to understand. If there's any questions, please feel free to comment below. Obviously, I'll get back to anyone that does. And also subscribe. I'm going to be uploading a lot more Tarkov related uploads. So also, guys, if you get the time, please make sure you drop by to my Twitch channel. I'm live here pretty much every day. I stream a lot of Tarkov and other stuff. It's twitch.tv/VacLol. Anyone that drops by, drops me a follow. I really appreciate that. And hopefully I see you guys in my streams as well. Sick. Peace.